Have you ever woken up, felt perfectly fine, and then within seconds something feels off? Your head spins, you feel lightheaded, or your energy just vanishes into thin air? It might seem like no big deal, but what if I told you these seemingly harmless moments could be the early warning signs of something far more serious? In today's video, we're going to talk about 7 common morning mistakes people over 70 make. Mistakes that seem trivial but can have severe consequences. Whether it's that first step you take out of bed or the coffee you drink on an empty stomach, small missteps can lead to falls, fatigue, and long-term health issues. The best part? Most of these problems can be avoided with just a few simple changes to your routine. And I'm going to show you how. You'll also discover why even the tiniest movements matter when you wake up, and how ignoring your body's needs can lead to a lifetime of struggles with balance, energy, and well-being. From the first minute you get out of bed to your morning rituals, every action sets the tone for your entire day and even your future. Stick with me until the end, because mistake number 6 might surprise you. It might look harmless at first, but it's slowly stealing your energy, mood, and health. Don't wait for the consequences to catch up with you. You can start making changes today, and I'll show you exactly how. Ready to improve your mornings and your life? Let's dive in. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. Number 1, 1 minute. That changes everything. You wake up in the morning feels like just another ordinary one. The room is still bathed in the soft glow of dawn, and you can hear the faintest sounds of the world coming alive outside. Your body, still heavy with sleep, isn't fully awake, but your mind is already starting to race. Thoughts of the day's tasks, the to-do lists, and the endless responsibilities that lie ahead. Your habits take over without a second thought. Your legs swing off the bed, and before you even realize it, you're standing. But then something strange happens. A fleeting sensation, almost imperceptible yet deeply unsettling. Your head feels unusually light, as though the very floor beneath you is slipping away. You reach for the nightstand, your heart racing, as the world seems to tilt for just a moment. It usually only lasts a few seconds, and in your mind, it feels like nothing, just a little glitch in the system. It seems trivial, even insignificant. But what if I told you that this nothing holds a hidden danger that most of us dismiss or fail to recognize? Not because it's rare, but because it's become so incredibly common that we've learned to ignore it. This isn't just a harmless moment of dizziness. It's a physiological response that occurs when your body no longer functions the way it once did. As you get older, certain mechanisms in your body don't work as efficiently. When you lie down, your blood is distributed differently than when you're standing upright. The moment you stand up too quickly, your heart struggles to push the blood to your brain fast enough. What follows is a brief but alarming lack of oxygen to the brain. And believe me, your brain doesn't like surprises, especially not this one. It's called orthostatic hypotension. A term that sounds a little scary, but is in essence just your body's way of reacting to the inevitable changes that come with age. It's not a disease in itself. It's a natural consequence of the aging process, especially after 60 or 70. But if it's ignored, if it's brushed off as just a passing sensation, it can lead to something far worse, a fall. Imagine that, a simple, unassuming fall. And yet, it's the catalyst for a series of events that no one ever wants to experience. Hospital stays, casts, physical restrictions, and that overwhelming fear that creeps in every morning when you wake up, knowing that you're just one misstep away from something far worse. And perhaps the worst part, you may not even remember the fall itself. One moment you're standing, and the next you wake up on the floor. This happens more often than you might think. Doctors see it every day. It's tragically common. But here's the twist. You can prevent all of this. You can stop it in its tracks in just 1 minute, and with absolutely no medication, no doctor's appointment, and no strenuous effort required. It's all about a simple, mindful pause in your morning routine. Not meditation, not exercise, just a respectful moment to let your body wake up properly. Think about it. How often do you spring out of bed as if you're running late for something? We've all done it. But after I had my own unpleasant experience when I felt weak, my vision dimmed and the room spun, I realized it wasn't just tiredness, it was a message from my body. And I finally understood. Now I start my day with a moment of stillness. I sit up slowly. I take my time to feel the weight of my legs to move my feet gently before I even attempt to stand. And you know what? I've never regretted this change. My mornings feel smoother, lighter, and more grounded. I have clarity and confidence in the way I move through the day. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's like crossing a bridge when you wake up. You can either cross it with your eyes closed, rushing, unaware of what's beneath you, or you can cross it with your feet firmly planted, eyes wide open, respecting each step. The choice is yours, but if you continue rushing, you'll find yourself on a ladder with inevitable risks. It doesn't have to be that way. When you take your time just a minute to connect with your body and the ground beneath you, the rewards are profound. The lightness, the clarity, the confidence you'll feel when you step forward with intention. It's not a weakness, it's wisdom. And this wisdom doesn't come with age alone. It comes with the awareness to listen to your body, to honor it, and to treat it with the respect it deserves. So don't rush. Feel the ground beneath you. Step carefully and begin your day with a mindful awakening. Number 2 is the silent mistake you make before breakfast. The morning begins and in the hustle of the day start. Some of us head straight to the stove, others to the kettle. But the majority, well, they grab that familiar cup of coffee. Yet there's something that most overlook. Something that doesn't seem to exist in their morning routine. A glass of water. It's ironic, isn't it? This simple act, so easily forgotten, might be the most important sip of the day. During the night while you sleep, your body is still hard at work. Your heart continues to pump, your lungs keep drawing in air, and your kidneys tirelessly filter waste. It's a full-body operation that demands hydration. But as you sleep, every breath you take, every bead of sweat that forms, and every tiny movement of your muscles is quietly draining the water from your body. You wake up oblivious to the fact that you've already started the day in a deficit. What makes it worse is this: you don't feel thirsty. As we age, especially after 70, the body stops sending us those familiar signals. There's no dry mouth, no little voice inside reminding you to drink. And so we assume everything is fine, when in fact it's not. Without hydration, your blood thickens, blood pressure can spike, and your heart begins to carry an unnecessary burden. I've heard so many people say things like, "I'm just not used to drinking in the morning," or "I don't feel thirsty." But let me tell you, your body doesn't care about feelings. It's not asking you if you're in the mood for water. It's crying out for the sustenance it needs. And when you neglect it, it silently suffers and eventually it'll give up on you. I'll share a personal truth here. When I started making water a part of my morning routine, the difference was remarkable. I didn't just notice the physical change, I felt a mental clarity that hadn't been there before. The grogginess vanished. The fog in my mind lifted, and my body felt lighter, more energized. Digestion. Perfect timing, like a well-oiled machine. The secret isn't some complex ritual. It's the simple act of making water non-negotiable. It becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. To ensure I don't forget, I now place a glass of water next to my phone or glasses the night before. It's my way of saying to my body, I'm here for you. It doesn't matter if you add lemon, a drop of honey, or drink it plain. What matters is the water. Water doesn't just satisfy thirst. It kickstarts your metabolism, thins the blood, and gently nudges your internal systems into action. If you're taking medication in the morning, water becomes even more vital. It aids absorption, reduces side effects, and lightens the load on your stomach and liver. This isn't some old wives' tale. This is simple, irrefutable biology. So why not start your day with water? It's the first step toward making all the right choices. You've already chosen to care for yourself, to be aware, to prioritize your health. When you start with water, the rest of your day seems to align naturally. Everything else begins to fall into place. Number 3 is the morning ritual. There's something deeply comforting about the smell of coffee in the morning. That rich, warm aroma can feel like a gentle nudge, waking up not only our senses, but our hearts too. It signals the beginning of a new day, a fresh start, and for many, it's a ritual that can't be missed. That first sip, so strong and fragrant, seems to flip the switch in our brain, waking us up, ready to face the world. For countless people, the day just can't begin without it. But what if I told you that this beloved ritual might be working against you? Particularly if you're over 70. In the early hours, our bodies are at their most vulnerable. Our energy reserves are low and our stomachs are empty. It's the perfect storm for potential harm. When you reach for that first cup of coffee, we pour in a liquid loaded with acids and stimulants and somehow expect to feel revived. But coffee isn't just a delicious beverage. It's a potent chemical cocktail that stimulates the stomach to secrete acid. When your stomach is empty, the acid hits directly against the walls of the digestive system with no buffer or support. The result? Heartburn, irritation, and even gastritis over time. And if you already suffer from these issues, they'll flare up with every cup. But it doesn't stop there. Coffee also spikes cortisol, the stress hormone. That initial boost isn't just about feeling more awake. It's about an unnerving racing heart, trembling hands, and an increase in blood pressure. For anyone already dealing with anxiety or cardiovascular problems, this could be a dangerous cocktail. So, does this mean you need to give up your morning brew entirely? Number. The solution is simpler than you might think. Support your body before the coffee. Even just a small snack, a handful of nuts, half a banana, or a slice of bread can make all the difference. It's enough to kickstart your digestive system, ensuring that your body isn't left vulnerable to the acidity of coffee. With something in your stomach, the acid won't burn through an empty void. The result, a gentler process for your digestive system and a much more comfortable start to your day. I used to drink coffee on an empty stomach myself. It was just a habit, an automatic part of my routine. But then came the irritability, the heaviness in my stomach, the random waves of anxiety. It wasn't until I changed my routine, having a light bite before my coffee, that things started to improve. And here's the bonus. When you eat before coffee, the caffeine is absorbed more slowly and the effects are more stable. No more sharp spikes, just calm, steady energy that feels natural. Even if you're not a coffee person, this simple tweak can make a world of difference in how you feel in the mornings. It's not about loading up on a big plate of food. Just a little protection for your digestive system, your hormones, and your overall well-being. Ultimately, coffee should be a pleasure, not a source of stress. It should fit into the rhythm of your morning, not disrupt it. Enjoy it with a sense of care and balance, not an empty stomach. Trust me, when you drink your coffee with internal support, not only will the aroma taste better, but so will the rest of your day. Number 4, when your body whispers, slow down. But all too often, you miss the message. It's a soft, almost imperceptible warning that many of us overlook. As we grow older, mornings become so much more than just a start to another busy day. They're a reminder, an opportunity to listen to what our body is trying to tell us. Mornings shift. You open your eyes and it's impossible not to notice that things aren't quite the same. The ache in your back, the stiffness in your knees, the tightness in your neck. It's not a sharp pain, but an ever-present tension that nags at you like a whisper you can't ignore. And yet, too often we do. There's a strange sense of invincibility we carry with us as we push forward, telling ourselves that it's just another day, just another moment to push through. But what happens when we don't listen to those subtle signals? Those quiet moments just as your day begins are some of the most delicate and important. You're waking up from a state of stillness where your muscles are at rest, your joints are stationary, and your circulation is gently flowing at a low pace. The body is taking its time, unwinding from the night's rest. But the trouble starts when you ignore the body's need to ease into the day. Rushing to get up, bending, squatting, lifting. These sudden, jarring motions are like pulling on the throttle of an engine that hasn't had time to warm up. Imagine cranking a frozen car in the dead of winter. Sure, it might start, but you're only setting the stage for damage down the road. That's your spine, your hips, your knees, and every other joint that bears the weight of the years you've carried. These parts are already bearing the scars of age, the wear, the compression, the arthritis that creeps in with every passing year. One swift, unprepared movement can set off a cascade of problems. Tiny injuries pile up, swelling and aching, limiting your ability to move as freely as you once did. The good news is this doesn't require anything drastic. You don't need yoga poses or fancy gear. All you need is a few gentle motions, a way to ease into the day rather than charging into it like a bull in a china shop. I'll admit I was once guilty of this rush, but now I've learned to appreciate the quiet moments in bed. Before I even sit up, I flex my toes, rotate my ankles, roll my neck, stretch my fingers, and gently move my shoulders. It's like the morning handshake between my body and me. It lets my body know that I'm not going to force it into action too quickly. It's a way of brightening the room without slamming the lights on full blast. It's a slow, gradual awakening. As I sit up and stretch my shoulders, I feel a connection to my body I didn't always appreciate. I've learned that this mindful routine has a profound impact. The payoff, a steady, confident stride. My legs no longer feel like they're dragging behind. My brain and muscles come together in harmony, allowing me to step out into the world with intention, not trepidation. It's not just physical, it's mental too. I find that when I take my time, my mind feels sharper, more focused, and ready to take on the day. And let me tell you, there's something immensely satisfying about beginning your day in calm control instead of chaotic rushing. When you're past 40, there's no need to rush. There's no urgency. A more mindful, measured pace is the smarter way to live. It's about quality, not speed. It's about honoring the wisdom your body holds. Listening when it whispers to you to slow down, and when you do, the results are extraordinary. Number 5, you wake bent body and spirit. There's a silent culprit, one that most people fail to recognize, yet it holds incredible power over how we feel, how we move, and even how we experience life. It doesn't shout at you. It doesn't stab at you with pain or pinch you with discomfort. No, it's much subtler than that. It's your posture. Whether you're aware of it or not, it quietly dictates the entire course of your day. The way you sit, stand, and walk starts right when you wake up. Imagine this. An older adult, still heavy with the sleep of the night, swings their legs over the edge of the mattress. As they rise, their back collapses into a slouch, shoulders curling inward, head hanging low, and spine bowing under the weight of time. At first glance, it seems innocent enough, even natural. But this seemingly harmless act sets off a chain reaction that affects far more than just the posture. It affects the very core of who we are. When the chest caves inward, the lungs struggle to expand, making it harder to breathe deeply and efficiently. And when the lungs are starved of air, the brain doesn't get the oxygen it needs to function at its best. This isn't just a symptom of aging, it's a result of years of compressing the body. The fatigue, the sluggishness, the sense of heaviness, it all comes from that moment, that single act of slouching. But the effects don't stop there. When you're hunched, your internal organs are cramped. The stomach doesn't process food at its usual pace, and the intestines slow down, making digestion more difficult. Bloating, cramps, and constipation aren't just side effects of getting older. They are the consequences of the posture we hold throughout the day. All of this is just from how we hold ourselves in the morning for a few brief minutes. And it goes even deeper. Our posture shapes our emotions and thoughts. Have you ever noticed that when you stand tall, your mood seems to brighten? When your back is straight and your head is lifted, you naturally feel stronger, more alive. It's not just a mental trick, it's science. The body and mind are deeply connected. Straighten your spine, lift your chin, and look ahead. Suddenly, you don't feel like you're growing old. You feel capable, empowered. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's physiology. When you stand tall, your ribcage opens up, your lungs can breathe deeply, and your brain gets better circulation. Blood flows freely to the areas of the body that need it most. You feel lighter, you feel alive. The problem is that slouching becomes second nature over time. It's easy to get used to bending over, to letting your shoulders droop, but imagine for a moment what it would feel like to view yourself from the side. You would want to stand tall, not just for the sake of appearance, but because it gives you a sense of grounding and a feeling of control. How can you reclaim that upright posture if years of stiffness have settled into your body? The answer starts in bed with something simple yet powerful. Before you rise, take a moment to stretch and lengthen your body. Picture an invisible string attached to your tailbone, pulling you gently upwards toward the crown of your head. Feel your spine elongating and breathe deeply. When you sit up, plant your feet firmly on the ground. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Relax your shoulders. Roll them back and keep your chin level with the horizon. Inhale slowly, deeply. Take 20 seconds to honor your body to say, I am ready for the day. Then when you stand, rise slowly but steadily. Let that invisible thread guide you upward. Engage your core and feel your spine lengthen. You're not just standing up. You're setting yourself up for a day of strength, focus, and clarity. It may feel strange at first, but with time, this ritual will ground you. It will remind you of the strength that lies within you, hidden beneath years of hunching. Posture isn't just about appearance, it's about reclaiming your dignity. Every day you rise with a straight back, you are reaffirming to yourself that you are capable, strong, and deserving of respect. Posture is your backbone, literally and figuratively. It reflects your inner outlook and your sense of self-worth. So start each day standing tall, and you'll not only elevate your body, but your mindset as well. And that, my friend, is a true good morning. Number 6, what you skip every morning and how it undermines your balance. Some routines are so ingrained that we don't even think twice about them. Coffee brewing, brushing our teeth, maybe even our morning scroll through the phone. But then there are the things we completely overlook because they simply never happen. We don't notice them, yet their absence has the most subtle, insidious impact on our lives. Have you ever stopped to consider how much attention you give to your legs the moment you wake up? And I don't mean the shuffle to the kitchen. I mean feeling your feet, your shins, and your knees as they wake up with you. Do you acknowledge them, or do you just take for granted that your body will simply switch on and carry you through the day? The sad truth is that most of us give them zero thought. Our legs, which we rely on every single day, don't get the recognition they deserve. We expect them to just work to be on autopilot. But after 70, that autopilot starts to malfunction. Our legs are our foundation, our stability, our control, our balance. Without them, we're lost. As we age, our muscles weaken, our foot receptors dull, and our brain's ability to process signals from our legs becomes slower. You don't notice any of this until it's too late, until you fall. People tend to blame a simple stumble, but what's truly at fault is the years of quiet neglect. I'll never forget the day it happened to me, the day I realized how much I'd neglected my legs. I stood up and immediately felt my legs as though they weren't even my own. There was no pain, but they felt so uncoordinated, like they were made of cotton, not bone and muscle. It wasn't fear, but it was the wake-up call. My body was trying to send me a message. The connection between my brain and my legs had blurred. I had lost something precious. Control. The solution is surprisingly simple. It's called mindful movement. And it doesn't take hours of exercise or a complicated routine. Every morning now, I dedicate just 2 minutes to reestablishing control over my legs. While still sitting on the edge of my bed, I draw small circles with my ankles, lift my toes, and flex my heels. Then slowly I stand. But I don't walk right away. I ground my heels into the floor, keep my knees soft, and center my weight. I close my eyes for a brief moment to tune into the feeling of balance. It may seem like nothing, but trust me, this invisible training makes a difference. Steadier steps, a firmer stride, and less anxiety when I move. It's amazing how something so simple can have such profound effects. We don't realize it, but most falls in people over 70 occur at home, often within familiar spaces. The most dangerous falls are the ones that happen right after you wake up when you're least prepared. But starting your day by reconnecting with your legs, by anchoring your stability, and grounding your footing can drastically reduce that risk. It's something no one ever teaches us, yet it's so essential. The simple truth is this: your ability to walk freely next year, in 5 years, or 10. It all starts with these moments of mindfulness. So take a minute each morning, glance down, feel the floor beneath you, and remember that is your foundation. Strengthen it and everything above it. Every part of you becomes stronger. Number 7, you wake in darkness and your energy slowly fades away. You open your eyes, but the world around you is still cloaked in gray, dull, muted, lifeless. The curtains are tightly shut, denying you the most precious gift of the morning: sunlight. As you shuffle out of bed, the dim glow of a weak lamp flickers on in the corner, but it's not enough. The room remains a shadow, and your brain, still wrapped in the night's embrace, doesn't know the difference between the hours of darkness and the new day that's just begun. Morning light isn't just a nice little perk, it's the key that powers everything: your brain, your hormones, your mood. It's the moment that tells your body it's time to wake up. When that light doesn't enter your world, it's as though the switch never flips, or worse, it flips far too late, and the whole day feels off balance. As we get older, our internal clocks start to get out of sync, and they become harder to reset. A simple habit like staying in the dark can slowly, silently sabotage our well-being. That internal clock spins out of control, and you don't even realize it's happening. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The consequences are felt immediately. So we'll see crushing fatigue that lingers throughout the day. Mornings that leave you feeling like you've never truly woken up. A jittery sense of anxiety that clings to your chest. Nights that drag on with restless tossing. And days that feel sluggish, like you're wading through thick mud. You've probably wondered why you're exhausted, yet sleep feels so elusive. Or why you're drowsy and heavy-eyed all day, yet wide awake when midnight strikes. The answer is often so simple: the missing morning sunlight. Early morning light kicks your serotonin into gear, and that serotonin later transforms into melatonin, the very hormone responsible for helping you sleep at night. But when you skip out on the sunrise, that entire process goes haywire. It all starts with that small, seemingly insignificant moment when you stay in bed, lying there in half darkness, avoiding the sunlight just outside your window. No curtains opened, no window cracked open to let the light flood in. This tiny habit is quietly robbing you of vitality, draining your health in ways you don't even notice. I learned this lesson the hard way. The moment I decided to pull open the curtains, the second I woke up, no hesitation, no putting it off, I felt something shift inside me. Not when I finally dragged myself out of bed, but the instant I opened my eyes, light poured in and hit my face, my skin, my brain, with a sudden sense of it's time to wake up. Sometimes I don't even have to sit up. The light is already there, announcing the day and filling me with energy and clarity. And you know what? Even a cloudy day can work wonders. The secret is not hiding from daylight. The simple act of letting it in, allowing yourself to be bathed in it, even for a moment, can change everything. It's a simple habit, but it's so powerful. Regular exposure to morning light is a natural remedy for anxiety, a mood booster, and an all-around sharpener for your focus and emotional well-being. Now, imagine the years you've spent sleeping in darkness, years where you've denied yourself the brilliance of the morning sun. Think of all the brain fog, the fatigue, the missed chances at true clarity, all because of that one small habit. The remedy, though, is simple, easy, and free. Make light your first ritual. The moment you wake up, draw the curtains. Let the light pour in. Breathe on a fresh, bright day. Maybe even step out onto the balcony for a minute, feeling the sun touch your skin, letting it fill you with life. Because light is as essential to your brain as water, movement, and good posture. Don't wait for your body to figure out what time it is. Show it. Teach it. You'll notice the difference almost immediately. Your day will start clearer, calmer, and with more energy than you've had in ages. Each new morning is a fresh starting point. Make it count. So, what have you learned today? Have you realized just how powerful a simple habit like letting the morning light in can be? How something as small as pulling back the curtains can set the tone for your entire day, bringing you clarity, energy, and a fresh start. It's incredible how such a simple act can transform your mental and physical well-being. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to bring into your daily routine? Maybe it's the importance of morning light, or maybe it's simply taking those first moments of your day more consciously. Whatever it is, drop a comment below and let me know. I can't wait to read about your plans for making the most out of your mornings. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring tips and practical advice. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.